The Sahara is the largest hot desert on Earth, 4,800 kilometers across, about 3,000 miles, spanning 11 countries and nearly a third of Africa. Summer ground temperatures can cook an egg. The air gives back almost no water at all. And the fox that lives here, in the hardest country any fox has chosen, is the smallest fox there is. That is not a coincidence. It is the design brief. The Fennec fox, Vulpes zerta, would fit comfortably in two cupped hands. A body of 33 to 40 centimeters, 13 to 16 inches, and a weight of around a kilogram, a fifth of a red fox. The name comes from Fennec, an Arabic word for fox, and the silhouette is unmistakable for exactly one reason. Out of that tiny face rise two of the largest ears, for body size, of any carnivore on Earth. The ears are the animal's thesis statement, and they are doing two jobs at once. The first is the obvious one: they are antennas. A fennec hunting at night walks the sand slowly, head tilting, listening, and what it is listening to is often underneath it. Beetles, larvae, lizards, rodents moving through or under the surface produce faint sounds, and ears this large, this mobile, can place them precisely enough to dig on the first try. The second job is stranger. The ears are radiators. Their skin is thin and laced with blood vessels, and when the fox warms, blood is routed through them to shed heat into the air. The same solution the elephant carries on a vastly different scale. One organ pointed at two of the desert's problems: finding hidden food and dumping unwanted heat. The rest of the body follows the brief. The coat is pale cream, reflecting rather than absorbing the day. The soles of the feet are furred, actual fur on the walking surface. Because Saharan sand in the afternoon is hot enough to injure bare pads, and because fur grips on a surface that slides. Even the size serves the schedule. A body this small slips into burrow shade and cools quickly when the night comes. And the schedule is everything. The fennec essentially refuses to meet the Sahara during business hours. Through the day it stays below, in a den dug several meters into soft earth, where the temperature holds steady and bearable regardless of the furnace overhead. Fennecs are also, unusually for foxes, social groups of as many as 10 share neighboring burrows, each adult digging its own, so a good dune face becomes a small settlement. At dusk, the desert shifts workers, the day's heat lifting off the sand, and the fennec comes up into its working hours. What it works for is anything available. The menu reads like an inventory of what a desert actually offers if you are small, quick, and unfussy. Fruit and seeds where plants manage them, eggs, termites, beetles, lizards, small rodents. And running through it all is the quietest adaptation of the lot, the water budget. A fennec can go essentially its whole life without drinking. The water in its food, plus the water its own metabolism produces, is made to suffice by kidneys that concentrate waste to a degree temperate animals never need. What little moisture the body holds is spent with extreme reluctance. In the Sahara, water is not a beverage. It is an accounting problem, and the fennec's books balance. The desert this fox is built for is, geologically, a recent invention. The Sahara began forming around 7 million years ago and is still growing, and the fennec is one of its signature products, a standard mammal run through a few million years of heat and thirst revision. People have noticed. The species has long been hunted for its fur and trapped for the pet trade, and it remains, for now, widespread and listed as least concern. The animal in the pet videos is the same engineering shown here. The den, the night shift, and the desert do not ship with it. At dusk on a Saharan dune, the first sign is the ears, two pale triangles above the sand line, swiveling, reading the cooling ground for footsteps smaller than a coin. The day's heat is leaving, the night's work is starting, and the smallest fox steps out onto the largest desert, fitted to it exactly.